Welcome. So we're back with another episode 10, and today's episode is going to be about how it starts with us. So not just our walk with God, but even life, everything starts with us. So we're back with another episode. It's been a few weeks, but here we are, episode 10. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how it starts with us. So not only just in life, but our walk with God, everything. And throughout this past few weeks, God has really been dealing with me in the area where it does start with us. And a few weeks ago, I was talking to a pastor that goes to my church, and we were just talking about how through teaching, you really get to know God. And that is such the truth, because the other day I was at work and I was going to correct a child because she doesn't ever raise her hand about things, but then is stuck. And I was gonna say to her, you were given a voice to use it. But I was quickly convicted, because sometimes I don't even use my voice. So how am I going to say to a child, you have to use your voice, when we have to set the example? So I just want to encourage you that it really does start with us, and whatever you're going through can be controlled if you lay it at the feet of Jesus and then take his obedience, or take his advice and be obedient. Because sometimes he'll tell us the answer, but we're so stubborn that we don't even listen. And I feel like that's kind of what's been happening with me. I've been doing a lot of things, and so I've been getting overwhelmed. And by getting overwhelmed, I'm in a mental state where I don't want to do anything, because I'm this again, this too, I'm already doing so much. But God's just showing me that we need to slow down, and that I need to slow down. So it's just important that we are obedient and that we're listening. Today's scripture is James 2:17. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked, or destitute of a daily food, and one of you say unto them, Depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which they are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so, faith, if it hath no works, is dead, being alone. So right there we see that we can have the faith all day, but we need to then put the works behind it. So we can say, oh, God, I'm stressed, but if we do nothing to change it, how can we ever expect a different result? Or if God gave you a vision to do something and you don't move on it, and then you're like, oh God, nothing's happening. It's because you didn't put in the effort. We can't sit here and ask ourselves, why are these things happening? But God has clearly spoken to us on what to do, and we just sit there stubborn. So again, I just say that it's so important to just give it to God and leave it there, and then be obedient to what he's telling you. Get in that secret place, listen to his words, and then allow him to speak. Because we're so quick to be like, God, I need this, God, I need that, God, do this for me, do that for me. But then we never listen to what he's saying, or we never sit in silence enough to hear his voice. So it's important that we do slow down, that we take time to understand what it is he wants us to do, because his ways are way higher than our ways. And when we work on our own understanding, that's when we start to feel overwhelmed and it's all too much. So again, I just encourage you to take it one step at a time, allow Jesus to lead your life, and just watch it change.